Today is June 16th, 2025. Today is now 2:04 p.m. My name is Joyce Suarez. I'm going to go across my screen to see who's here. We have Troy Brown, we have Rich Lafredo, we have Vivian Livesay, is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's correct.
Daisy Rosado Heck, Heather Collins, and Alejandra Donarth, and that's it, correct? Did I miss anybody? All right, I guess I didn't. Nope. So, Rich, at this point, I'll just welcome everybody, and I'll just turn it over to you. We have the agenda. Everybody's had the opportunity to read this, right? To see it?
Yes.
Okay, so Rich, I'll just turn it over to you at this point.
Perfect. Thank you, Judge. So first order of business will be to approve the minutes from our last meeting, which was March 24th of 2025. I sent out the link to everybody, I think last week. So has everybody had a chance to review those?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Anybody have any comments, concerns, additions, subtractions?
No.
No?
Nope. Nope.
Perfect. Hearing none, we will mark those approved. Up next, training update. So at long last, it took some doing. We have finally released the judges training on LEP. So that went out from Judge Support Services on May 30th with a due date of June 30th. As of this morning, we've had 113 judges and magistrates complete the training and 157 still to go.
Nice.
So I do know Judge Support will periodically, as we get closer, send reminders to the judges who have not taken it to take it. So I anticipate by the end of this month, we'll be at close to, if not at 100%.
That's great. Good.
Yeah.
Any comments about that?
Rich, what's the total number of judges and magistrates that we have?
Let me do the math fast. 270? So there's 270 judges, referees, magistrate referees.
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome. And then also regarding training, Allie and I last Tuesday presented at the Family Support Magistrates annual meeting because they had some questions about interpreter services. So we met with them for about a half an hour last Tuesday, which went really well. So that's good as well.
Great. Okay.
Rich, did you do any training for the new judges that were sworn in earlier this year?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so we did that back in, I think,
March. It was March.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm.
And then our annual staff one is currently out there where all branch staff need to complete it by the end of this year and every year. So as we get closer towards the end of the year, we'll start getting reports of folks who haven't taken it, and they'll be harassed by LMS with constant emails to them and their supervisor if they have not taken it.
Perfect. Good. Great.
Any questions on training? Hearing none. On to the I Speak guides. Did everybody get the new I Speak guide via interdepartmental mail?
No,
Yes.
I did not.
Is that what you're talking about?
Really?
I did.
Of all the places, you're right next door.
I know, I did not get it.
Okay. Well, these are the new I Speak guides. They have, a little over 80 different languages listed. And this version was produced by Culp for us. We just kind of had a handful of samples made before we got the okay to print multiple hundreds of them to roll out statewide across the branch. But before we did that, I kind of just wanted everybody's feedback, if any, on this. It's a simple guide for folks who come into to our counters who don't speak English, where they can just kind of point to which language they speak, and then that will help trigger for the staff to use the telephonic bilingual services to seek out an interpreter in that language.
I thought it looked good. I thought it was good. Matter of fact, I like the idea of marshals actually being able to hold this in their pockets and pull them out instantly almost. I liked it. It says Homeland Security on it, and so I was confused. I wasn't sure. And then you just said Colt printed these out for us. Homeland Security was comfortable with us reproducing this, and I hope so. Oh, great.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's a federal work, it's not copyright protected, so we're free to use it. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in years past, they actually produced these for us, but they no longer produce these for us. So we have the materials, and then we just use Culp to create them.
Beautiful.
Rich, have you ever encountered a situation where someone came in and the 80 languages on the card wasn't represented? They didn't speak any of the 80 languages. That's quite a large number, but just.
I have not to say it hasn't happened, but if it has happened, it hasn't made its way up to Allie and myself.
Yeah, not through the iSpeak cards. I mean, we have had some languages being requested that we have to do some research and find them for like on the record events, but through the iSpeak cards, nothing has been brought to our attention.
Good.
Two other things. One is I like the back where they cover native languages, indigenous languages. I thought that was really cool. So that was nice. I don't recall seeing that on iSpeak posters before. And the second thing is, are we going to be doing posters as well as these little booklets that folks can carry with them?
Yeah. So yes, we are. We're kind of in a holding pattern. So I could kind of jump to forms as well, because it's the same holding pattern. With the forms and the poster, is we're waiting for approval from. There's kind of been a holdup from legal, not by Viv in any way. She's been quite helpful trying to push this along, but there's kind of been a holdup over at legal for the approval of the interpreter / ADA icon, which would be going on to going on to the forms and the posters. So we're waiting for that to be approved. I don't know when it's going to be approved, to be honest. I know there's going to be a change in leadership over at Legal Services in the not too distant future, so I'm hopeful that will move things along. Viv?
Yeah, I spoke with the head of forms, Joe Del Campo, and he says that the new footer encompasses two parts. It has the ADA notice and the LEP notice, and that he said that the ADA footer was recently approved. And it's being added to new forms as they develop and to existing forms upon request or when they're revised. And he said that the LEP portion of the template will be implemented soon. That's what I was told today.
Okay. So that is an update from what I heard last. So that is great. So as soon as we get that approved, because that would also go on, will go on to the flag poster, and then we're going to start rolling those out. So that's my thought process. At least this morning, my thought process was of rolling out the flag, assuming we get the flags ready to roll hopefully by our next meeting, the latest of September, is to kind of roll out the flag poster and the I Speak booklets branch wide to everybody at the same time. If we're still in a holding pattern on the flag poster at that point, then I think I would want the I Speak card booklet to go out separate from that. I don't want to hold it up too long. But if we're just waiting till September, I'm okay with that. Much longer, not as much. So Daisy, if you can kind of, obviously no rush because we're not thinking until September, like from a CSSD perspective, if there's like, I don't know if there's like a distribution list that who these would go to and how many each location would get. If that's something you can provide, that would be wonderful.
Absolutely.
And Troy, I don't know on the admin services side, how many folks are really going to be where they're going to be front facing, where they would need these. But any offices that you think would need them, just let me know and we can, obviously we'll send them to you and your unit so you guys have it. But I don't know if there's any other entity within admin services that would need it.
Yeah. I'll give it some thought, but right now I don't think there's any that I can think of off the top of my head that would need it for all administrative offices.
I would send some to OVS, Victim Services.
Yeah,
That's-
well, yeah, and I'll
court.
definitely get it all rolled out to all of the court ops folks.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so that's I speak
great.
and
But
forms.
really quick, Rich, I would like to have
Sure.
a good please send me a good amount of them, because what I would like to
Okay.
do is at least when we're talking in some of our classes, we talk about this, and like to have a couple on hand in case people ask. And so that's a good way for us to distribute them, especially these little booklets. They'll probably be very popular. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely, and yeah, we'll give you a good bunch to start with, and obviously, whenever you need more, just let us know, and we could just have Colt print out more.
All right. Thank you.
Of course.
Okay.
Next up, the language access plan. So this is, I think I sent out the link last week. Not going to look at it for today, but I'm hoping for our September meeting, if folks can read the plan prior to the September meeting and send any comments, then I could work on starting incorporating those, and then hopefully we can try to approve that document either at the September meeting or shortly thereafter.
Yeah, great. Sounds good.
Regarding other business, the only thing I wanted to raise was, I know at our last meeting, we talked about some pending legislation regarding the required translation of documents that would have impacted the branch. That standalone bill died, so that has not gone anywhere. We're still in the process of reviewing all of the public acts, so it's possible some of the language got included into a public act. We won't know that for sure probably until the end of this month is usually when the last of the public acts are released, so we're continuing to read those. But as of now, it looks like that legislation did not go anywhere, so there's no further obligation on the branch than what we're currently doing.
Okay, great. That's good to know. All right. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, ask if anybody else had any other business that they wanted to discuss.
Yeah. Okay, so I think you mentioned about having another meeting in September. Is that right?
Yes. So I was looking at my calendar, and it does not look like we have one currently scheduled for September.
No.
Would like September 22nd at 2:00 work for everybody, that Monday?
One
Yes.
second.
I can send out a
Yes,
Teams
works for
invite
me.
for that. Perfect.
Okay, good.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't do the 2:00 that day.
Okay, is later that day better, or do I want to switch to a different day?
I can do 3.
That works for me.
Yeah, that
Is
works
3
for me.
o'clock?
Okay.
Yep, that's fine.
All right,
Thank you.
3:00 it is. Perfect.
Great. All right, Rich, everybody, thank you for participating. Does anybody else have anything new? All right.
No.
Well, I think we can adjourn, correct?
I think so.
So let's adjourn. Thank you all for participating and being part of this meeting, and we'll see you in September.
Great.
Sounds
Thank you.
good. Thank you.
Have a great summer.
Thank you,
everyone.
Thank you.
Have a good
Bye.
summer.
Thanks, Rich.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.